What are you doing?
I'm hanging upside down.
Well, I can see that. Why are you hanging upside down?
Well, you said we're going to have a pineapple upside down cake for the 3-ingredient recipe, and I was going to eat it this way.
No, first of all, it's just a pineapple cake. And secondly, you don't have to eat pineapple upside down cake upside down. So, Rupert, do you think that we can make a cake with just 3 ingredients?
Let's try.
Okay, let's try. This pineapple cake is made with self-rising flour. Make sure that you use self-rising flour and not all-purpose flour, because otherwise the cake isn't going to rise at all.
It rises on its own?
It does. It rises on its own. If you want...
Other flours don't rise on their own?
Other flours don't rise on their own. You need a leavening agent like eggs or baking powder or yeast.
What will they think of next?
This cake is sweetened with brown sugar and pineapple, and it's really good for a breakfast treat or a dessert if you put ice cream or whipped cream.
I like ice cream.
And we made ice cream before.
We made ice cream before. It was delicious.
That's right. So if you wanted to make a 3-ingredient ice cream with a 3-ingredient cake...
That would be 6, I think.
That would be 6 ingredients, but 2 recipes.
Is that more than 4?
6 is way more than 4.
Oh.
So our 3 ingredients for this recipe are 2 1/4 cups of self-rising flour.
Not the kind that rises with something else.
Nope, the kind that rises all by itself.
All by itself.
Now, if you wanted to do more than 3 ingredients and you don't have self-rising flour, you can make your own. There are recipes online for just adding leavening agents to flour, and that will give you your self-rising flour.
Oh, so 3 ingredients for the flour, and then you get 3 ingredients for everything else.
Right, but we just do 3 ingredients in total.
Okay.
Next ingredient is one that you like a lot, Rupert, because it's very sweet, just like you.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar. We're going to use 1 cup in this recipe.
1.
Our final ingredient is 1 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. You're not going to drain it. You're just going to use that with the juice. This one is canned with pineapple juice, so just pour the whole can in.
The whole can?
The whole can. You just pour it all in.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of pineapple.
That is a lot of pineapple.
Yeah.
First step to this is to sift your 2 cups of self-rising flour into a bowl. It's very important to sift it, especially if you're going to use unbleached flour. This is one of the only ingredients in this, and you really want it to mix well. You don't want any lumps because the only flavoring you're going to get is from the pineapple and from the brown sugar. You don't want any lumps of flour in this that are just going to give you a bad texture or a bad taste. So take your time to just sift this through. The rest of this recipe is so easy that you can actually take your time to do this. Your next step is just to add the other 2 ingredients and mix them all together until they are well combined. Once everything is combined, you're just going to pour this mixture into a loaf pan and then cook it in your oven for as long as it takes, for 1 hour. After an hour has gone by, or when a toothpick comes out cleanly if inserted into the middle of your cake, set your cake down on a wire rack to cool. You're not going to want to let this cake cool completely in the loaf pan. There's too much moisture in it and it will get soggy on the bottom. So after it's just cool enough to touch, especially on the top, what you're going to want to do is flip it out. Be very gentle. You can see now it's very, very moist on the bottom, and you can let this cake cool completely on the wire rack. Once your cake is cool, you can just cut it into slices and you can serve it. It would go nicely with butter and a little bit of jam. You can also serve it with some whipped cream, however you like it, but it really is good just straight like this. As you can see, every slice of this cake has little bits of the crushed pineapple just running all through it. That leaves the cake moist and very, very sweet. So this cake has pineapple running all through it. The brown sugar makes it really, really sweet. Rupert, what do you think?
Yummy!
Rupert thinks it's yummy.
Yeah.
I think it's yummy.
I don't even have to eat it upside down.
You don't even have to eat it upside down. So, Rupert, did you enjoy this 3-ingredient recipe?
I always enjoy the 3-ingredient recipe.
That's great. I always like having you here.
Ah,
What can people do if they like these recipes?
they can share it with their friends.
They can share it with their friends. Sharing this video really helps us.
They can comment on the space below.
Yep, in the space below you can comment.
And I forget.
You can also like the video or subscribe. We're here every Thursday with a 3-ingredient recipe.
Every Thursday with 3 ingredients.
Yep, and I am back on every Tuesday to talk about growing your hair for long men.
Your hair's getting long.
It is. My hair is really long.
Really
I
long.
tie it back for the recipes, but it's really, really long.
Can I grow my hair out?
I don't think you have any hair to grow.
Oh,
Maybe we can get you a wig.
okay.
All right, so maybe we'll put Rupert in a wig next time.
Yay!
And our friend George, you know George.
I like George.
George is a kitty,
He's a
and
kitty.
he talks about having good self-esteem. He's here every weekend.
Yay!
So join us again next week for another 3-ingredient recipe.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye. So Rupert, do you think that we can make a cake with just 3 ingredients?
Let's try. It is 3-ingredient recipe, so if we can't, then it's not a good show.